Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. Welcome everyone to No One Daily Bitcoin Pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis and quoting Max Kaiser. Gold is too centralized. It can never compete with Bitcoin. As a safe haven, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin holds firm as stocks lose $5 trillion in record Trump tariff sell-off. The silver lining is there has been a decoupling. We'll also be discussing mixed martial arts champion Conor McGregor, former champion that is, launches his very own meme coin, believe it or not. Also, it's Satoshi Nakamoto's 50th birthday as of today. We'll be discussing this as well as on April 5th, 1933, the government tried to take everyone's gold. Remember the Gold Seizure Act of 1933. And today is the 92nd anniversary of this executive order. We'll be discussing why this matters, as well as Bitcoin Policy Institute proposes a $2 trillion bonds to slash the U.S. debt, and the ultimate plan is to acquire 2.2 million BTC. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more here on Sat Stacking Saturday in today's show. Welcome everyone to the live stream. What it do, fam? Shout out all the members of the channel with the green name. Respect, and shout out all of our moderators, always holding it down. Shout out Steve, Adam, Passive. Good to see you. Daylight savings winter just happened here. So confusing when dealing with the overseas podcast. Right on, Adam. Howdy. You just had daylight savings a week ago. That is correct. Time doesn't change here in Puerto Rico, but obviously it changes in most places. Always got to keep you on your toes. Barack Monfil, welcome family. Shout out DNA. Good to have you here on the stream. Elon found almost $5 trillion missing. Imagine that. Now, what if all that money just flowed into the pretty little bitty going up forever Laura Paris? What about those apples? Let me know. Shout out Hazem. Welcome to the live stream. There's a try stream. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. I'm broadcasting live over on X, Rumble, and YouTube. It's a try stream, as it is each and every time, and you're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of the X profile. All comments and quotes of the live stream will get shouted out in real time. So thank you guys for supporting the stream. This is how we hack the algorithm and overtake the matrix. You know what I mean? While we're raising consciousness, one gong strikety strike at a time. This gong strike is for y'all tuned in here on Sat Stacking Saturday, and for the ascension of the pretty little bitty going up forever, Laura. Bada booma bada Bitcoin. What up, just me? Shout out Short Coin. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday, Serge, and the rest of the fam. Thank you so much, Serge, for the repost, the comment, reposting everyone right now. All comments and quotes get reposted. Thank you, guys. Shout out JC Ice, our very own moderator. Brian, this week will be very interesting. Yeah, damn right. Thank you, Chris, #1 Bitcoin pod. The show is live. That's a fact, Jack. Hit him with a blackjack jam. You already know. But yeah, man, welcome everyone joining us. Bitcoin pulled back some, but it's all right. Stock market not doing so well, but in comparison to the stock market, at least we didn't lose $5 trillion. I mean, we've been in the green, but barely since the decoupling. That's a great indicator, by the way. So thank you guys. Again, just reposting everyone on X. Bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin. The doing. Thank you guys. Repost. I can't repost quick enough. So thank you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. Shout out to the entire Biddy fam. Jesse Oro, what up, brother? V-Pool, welcome. Adam, you don't have daylight saving. It never changes. The time's always the same. So half the year, we're in alignment with Eastern Standard Time, such as now. It's 4:07 p.m. Puerto Rico, same as in New York. And then when New York changes its time, we're an hour off. So you never got to change the time here. For me, I don't, personally, if it was up to me, I would never change the time on under any hemisphere. Just let it be what it is. It's so confusing in my book as well, but at least we don't have to change it here, so it's all good. I can't complain. Welcome everyone to the stream. Close to 300 viewers already here. All good. Says, how about yourself? Competition on the reposting today. Yeah, I mean, Serge and JC yesterday, I don't know who did more reposts, but I saw like a message from JC. It's like 17 of your posts have been reposted. I'm like, good Lord, thank you so much. And then I was trying to keep up with Serge. I love the competition, by the way. I'm very competitive. You golf at all, JV? To me, it is BTC, so I can golf forever. Well, you must attend the Max and Stacy Invitational. It was a golf tournament. I was just there as a media, speculator, I guess, to record some cool footage and meet Max. But I didn't compete in the golf tournament. I'll be quite honest. I took golf lessons maybe twice in my life many years back, and I'd rather play basketball, so I'm not a golfer. I understand, like, it's a low time preference, enjoy the environment, hit this itty-bitty ball, enjoy the golf ride. I don't enjoy it at all, I'll be quite honest. But it all depends upon your company, right? If you're in good company, like if you're with Max and Stacy and they're having a golf tournament, I don't care if I play golf. I just want to be around good company. But no, I can't play. The best I can do is a little putt-putt, action Jackson. My favorite sports, basketball, and mind sport, chess. And of course, martial arts, boxing, MMA. Those are like my go-tos, and I love those things so much, you just will never find me playing another sport. I can play chess all day. I can play basketball all day. I mean, I love balling. Golf is fun on shrooms. I could only imagine. Maybe that's what I'm missing out on. I've never had the shroom golf tournament. I still don't get tired of your jingle. It makes me laugh almost every time. Excellent. That means Chandy nailed it, and hence why we're playing it every single day since she created it over a year ago. It's been a long time already. Time flies. My husband came in the room and was dancing to the theme song. Excellent. Now you need to answer your phone, JC.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
I've got to pump it up. And shout out to the Bitcoin Sports Network. They're doing events all over the world with golf and tournaments, and I believe there's one coming up in May around the time or at the same time of the conference in Vegas. So look into that if you guys are interested in playing golf and having some Bitcoin tournaments. I'm sure you guys will have a blast with that. But again, welcome everyone joining us. I'm going to check the X feed again. Again, it's a try stream. Shout out Panda the Prophet. The weekend news flows with JV for the rest of the fam. Damn right, it's Sat Stack and Saturday in this beast. Steve, the greatest crypto news channel known to mankind. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Shout out Shortcoin. Appreciate the love on a Sat Stack and Saturday. Shout out Boss. Crypto News Alerts now live. Shout out Julius. To the moon, baby, where no human being has gone before. I don't believe Snake Face NASA or Snake Face SpaceX. Sorry. Don't believe nothing. Verify everything. But anyways, I'm just reposting you guys from my BTC News Alerts account. So you guys are getting double reposted from yours truly. And I encourage each and every one of you guys to repost each other's comments and quotes. It'll only help hack the algorithm even more. We just get more eyeballs on the stream at the end of the day. Orange pill more of the masses like blackberry molasses in this piece. But anyways, without further ado, can't answer the phone when I'm on the stream, JV. How rude would that be? Well, anyways. All right. If you guys are new to the channel, important, smash the likes. Go ahead, subscribe, then ring that bell. Turn on all notifications. That way you receive notifications each and every day when I go live. As week to week, we switch up the time frame. You know what I mean? Evolves around my lifestyle, and I am a papa, first and foremost. And if you don't know, now you know. Today is pod number 1954. I'm your host, JV. It is April 5th, 2025. Happy Stacking Saturday. Let's kick it off with our market watch. As you can see, we're correcting some today. There has been a decoupling, at least against the stock market, which had over 5 trillion wiped out in the past 48 hours. Bitcoin's only down 1% on the day, maintaining above 83,000 at the time of the live. Ether is all the way down to 1,700. XRP, $2.12, and the majority of the market, as you can see, in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at 2.65 trillion. The bidding market cap, 1.645 trillion. And volume, we have 44 billion. In the last 24 hours, down 58% overall on the day. And the Bitcoin dominance is coming in at 62% even, same as yesterday. Ether dominance, same as yesterday, 8.1%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got the Pi network leading the pack, up 8%, followed by OKB, up 5%, followed by Athena, up 2.5%. Very modest gains as the majority of the market is correcting and in the red, unfortunately. And checking out the crypto bubbles, get a visual perspective on the day. On the daily, you got Pi network, OKB, and Enya in the green, virtually everything else in the red. So 97% of the market in the red, unfortunately. Zooming out on the weekly, very similar scenario, but more blood red. And zooming out on the monthly, very similar scenario, but ultra blood red. Rex City here. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Last month we were 25 extreme fear, and today we're 30 in fear. Checking out the time chain calendar. We're currently on block height 891,084, and we have 158,916 blocks into the next halving, and the exchange rate, 1 Bitcoin is still equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. So stack those sats accordingly. And let's see the dollar conversion as of today, if it updates here on the chart. See if it loads. For some reason, it wasn't loading earlier. I just refreshed. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Who really cares about the fiat equivalent? I guess that's the lesson of the day. 1 Bitcoin will always be equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. So stack them stats, put down the gats, and pick up some Bitcoin cash from my man Sergio over at BitcoinCash.net. And welcome everyone joining the live stream. Already over 500 people blowing up the stream, living the bitty dream. Val Kilmer played Doc Holliday. Rest in peace, Val. I heard the news the other day, and he passed very young. I think he was around 65 years old. Happy Sat Stack and Saturday, everyone. Shout out Degenerate. Was watching the 80s movie with Val. Real genius with my son. He loves the 80s. He has an old soul. That's what's up. Shout out to your little ones. And yeah, man, we need to pump it up. Let's get back above 90 Gs. It's been a long minute. Correction, 420 alert coming. Happy 420. We're 5 minutes off. And of course, we always celebrate 420 for the broskies. Of course. Available capital, available Bitcoin, supply shortage, supply shockity shock. You already know. Shout out Jeff Curry, stacking the sats, listening to JV spit the motherfucking facts. What up, CNA fan? What up, Jeff? Appreciate you, broski. Just hit you with a repost. Robert O'Connor, tuned in from Panama. Thank you for tuning in from Panama. See where it says follow back. I follow back anyone who supports our stream. You got to follow. My account has close to 40,000 subs. We're less than 200 followers away. So shout out Robert, Panama City in the building. Just hit you with a repost. Of course, on my way to Bitcoin country, El Salvador, we stopped at Panama. Big ass airport, by the way. It took me like 20 minutes to walk to the other edge where was my flight to El Salvador. Beautiful airport, though. It's like pretty much like a mall. Like every luxury shopping store is at the Panama airport. Let me know if you guys have been there before. 420, no second best. That's right. On every weapons test, there is no second best. And speaking of that, shout out to the Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best?
There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied.
I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Forever and ever, we're going up. Where no man has gone before, infinity and beyond. At least we'll get to the firmament. We may not be able to pass through and penetrate that, but we'll get as high as we can get. Whatever it takes, broskies. Bitcoin's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, and E. Bitcoin is God hacking humanity. The Citadel isn't just a city. This is Bitcoin Camelot. Just as pretty. Big old biddies on a Sat Stack and Saturday. Welcome, Josh. Happy birthday, Bitcoin. That's right. We have a special birthday story to share with you. We're celebrating Satoshi's 50th birthday. Ironic enough, 1933 was also the year of the Gold Seizure Act. We'll be sharing why that's significant as well. We got a lot to share. So without further ado, now that we did our market watch, let's dive into a little TA, aka astrology for the broskies. No country wins a global trade war. Bitcoin to surge. As a result, here's the latest TA. We'll also be pulling up the live charts. But first, here's a quote from Max Kaiser. Gold is too centralized. It can never compete with Bitcoin as a safe haven. And one of my favorite all-time quotes from Max, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. How do you like those apples, Peter Schiffmeister? That's right. U.S. President Trump trade policies will create worldwide macroeconomic turmoil and short-term financial crisis that will ultimately lead to the greater adoption of the Bitcoin as a store value asset, according to the Bitwise analyst Jeff Park. Now, economic instability from the trade war will cause governments to adopt inflationary fiscal and monetary policies, which will further debase the currencies and lead to worldwide flight to safety and alternative stores of value like the pretty little bitty going up forever, Laura. This increased demand for the bitty will drive the prices much higher for the long term. Where my long-term hodlers at? Make some noise. The tariff costs, most likely through the higher inflation, will be shared by both the U.S. and the trading partners, but the relative impact will be much heavier on the foreigners. These countries will then have to find a way to fend off their weak growth issues. Despite the increased demand for the bitty as a store of value against rapidly depreciating fiat currencies such as the U.S. dollar, driving the Bitcoin price higher in the long term, global financial markets would feel the short-term pain and wealth destruction of the trade war. Max Payne, send it. Now check it. Tariffs are stagflationary for the world as a whole, according to the economist and billionaire hedge fund manager Ray Dalio. A lot of people look up to him as one of the greats, including Max. So shout out Ray Dalio. Tariffs tend to be more deflationary for the levied good producers and more inflationary for the importing country. He concluded that the level of the debt and trade imbalances will ultimately lead to the global financial shift that changes the established monetary order. Quoting him again, Coin Bureau here, if these trade tariffs do lead to massive trade war, it is going to be very ugly for the entire world. The analyst also said the U.S. economy has a 40% chance of a recession this year. What officially defines a recession? You guys let me know. Amid fears of a lengthy trade war and the macroeconomic uncertainty brought by the protectionist trade policies. We also have Anthony Pompliano recently speculated that the U.S. president is deliberately crashing the capital markets to force interest rate cuts and lower the cost of servicing the U.S. national debt. The interest rate on the 10-year U.S. Treasury bonds declined from approximately 4.5% in January to currently 4%. Pompliano also concluded that while the current U.S. administration's policies will create the short-term pain, the effect of the lower interest rates will encourage the borrowing and drive the risk on asset prices higher in the long term. So ultimately, for the long term, all this tariff trade war supposed to be bullish for the Bitcoin, but not so bullish, obviously, for the stock market, which has been getting wrecked since the announcement from the Trumpster a couple of days ago. Again, over $5 trillion wiped out of the market, which we'll dive into deeper in our next story. But first, I promised to pull up some of the live charts, so let's pull up. And we have over 700 people on the stream. It's live and interactive, so make sure to say hello in the live chat. And FYI, the live chat feed you see on your screen is coming from the YouTube channel. Happy 420, broskies. And yeah, let's blow this stream up. I appreciate it. But pulling up some of the live charts, we'll do a little live chart action Jackson for the broskies. Should be able to see on your screen. Is it coming up? There we go. So yeah, currently we're trading flat just at around 83,000 at the time of the live stream. This is a 1 hour chart. We do have an orange bull target sitting at 96.5. We also have an orange bear target sitting at 73.5. Which direction do you think the pretty little bitty will likely fare from here? Holla. And I'll read your comments out loud here in a bit. And checking out the 4 hour chart, rising wedge formation sensation, a bunch of targets. The Super Bowl target here is 113.7, which would take us back above price discovery, currently sitting at 109.3. We have a Red Bull sitting at 105.4, and you know what they say, Red Bull, it'll give you wings. And I ain't talking about that Red Bull. Now, check this out. Also an orange target, 96.5, couple of bear scenarios, 79.4 and 73.4. And zooming out from the 4 hour, we take a look at a daily chart. As you can see, thus far, forming a red. Yesterday, we closed in the green. The day before, we closed in the green. The day prior to that, big red candle close, and we've been choppy. But there is a rising wedge on the daily chart overall. We do have a red target just shy of 113,000, taking us back to price discovery, as well as one at 113.7. Two bear scenarios, 68,699, as well as 49 Gs on the daily chart. And zooming out a little further for the weekly, keep in mind tomorrow we get the weekly close. We do have the cup and handle target still here in play, sitting at 124,000, which I think is inevitable personally here for Q2. Let me know, when do you likely feel we'll be at that range? Obviously, we're probably about 30% from the top, which was achieved all the way back on Inauguration Day back in January. And zooming out a little further from there, we take a look at the monthly. And the monthly says we're going up forever, JV. And as you can see, we've been on a 16-year bullish trajectory, if you really want to zoom out when in doubt. But anyways, this month of April thus far. Not much action. Obviously, we got to get back in the bullish momentum to regain the losses we've lost since January, achieving the all-time high. But there you have it, broskies. And again, welcome everyone join the live stream. Hope your daughter's team won the soccer game. Thank you so much, Tammy. Unfortunately, they got defeated by 4-3. It was this close, but it's all good because it's all for the fun. So win or lose, they're all winners at the end. But yeah, unfortunately, she didn't win that game. Bitcoin doing a good, stocks doing a bad. Precisely, Brian. Seems like yesterday, eh? Happy birthday, Satoshi. That's right, Gary Dixon. Let's strike the gong and all wish Satoshi a very happy birthday. And smash the likes, if not for me, if not for Satoshi, for your new chairman of the SEC, Nippinator, living his best life in the background. So this gong strike is for y'all. Bitcoin 2013. You can feel it. I can feel it in the air tonight. Bitcoin. That's what's up. Yeah, it was a super close game. Soccer games are always interesting. It's usually like 0-0 or it's close, but yeah, 4-3. At least there was a bunch of scoring. It's not a traditional soccer game because that part of the season is over. It's something called futsal, which is indoor soccer. They play inside the gymnasium. It's different because the gymnasium is smaller than an actual soccer field. So the bright side, it's more action-packed. You get more goals. So instead of watching a game for an hour like 0-0 or 1-0, it was 4-3. So we had a little action in there, which was nice. I just watched Chris on the AM TV, and he got me so pissed. Who's Chris? Chris who? I had to punch shit. Both sides are corrupted. I'm not sure who this Chris is, but he's a genius. Obviously, both sides are corrupted. I mean, that's obvious. Booyaka, booyaka. You never get the chance to shoot back a hushadacha. Something like that. Amen. Thank you, Tammy. Bong time, let her rip, Tater Chip. Sad about the dollar, sad about the stock market, sad about the regulation, just buy the biddy. The perfect hedge against all the forces of evil in humanity on planet Earth. Stack the biddy. Don't trust government, stack biddy. Don't trust politicians, stack biddy. Don't trust the Dems, stack biddy. Don't trust Republicans, stack the biddy. Don't trust presidents, stack the biddy. Don't trust whomever, stack the biddy. Don't trust your mother, stack the biddy. Don't trust your brother, stack the biddy. And that's it. Christopher Green, berserk, but we love him. Well, shout out Christopher Green. I don't know him. The video, his today, didn't piss you off. I know what will. Well, you guys know my triggers. You already know. But anyways, fam, let's continue with the news here. We got over 800 people on the stream. I'm going to check the X feed again, and we'll continue.
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty.
Stacked revolutionary love shack. Bull stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats
because the IMF hates me. Cheers. But shout out Chandy10. I see she just joined the stream, reposted us. Of course, I know she just rescued a beautiful little 5-week-old puppy doing God's work. Stack the biddy. Shout out Richard Howell. People were trying to break down the stock market, dropping the tariffs. It's a punch to the gut for the international companies. Word. General Green, I stand with you, bro. I am not a fan of the politics. Word. Politics are for the birds. Yeah, my theory is all the politicians, like 99.99%, they're all corrupted. Hence why they're in that position. You know what I mean? Everything's controlled. What did, rest in peace, my favorite comedian of all time, George Carlin, what do you say? It's a big club, and you and I are not in that club. And thank God, I don't want to be in the lizard people club sacrificing and unaliving babies for adrenochrome or whatever they're into. Let the sick people do what the sick people do, and we'll just continue to stack the biddy. Stack the sats. And that's what's up, Richard. Politricks, pretty much. My PTSD is triggered. I'm in war mode. Well, I love being in war mode, and when you're in war mode, you strike the gong. See the Nippinator? Chillaxing. Living his best life. Conor McGregor just dropped real token, believe it or not. Yeah, that's one of our stories for the lack of the fact there wasn't a lot of good stories to even share. So we're covering that one today. Typically over the weekends, there's really nothing new, but we'll try to keep it as entertaining as possible. So thank you guys. Let's continue with the news. Next story of the day. Headline here reads, Bitcoin holds firm as stocks lose $5 trillion in the record Trump tariff sell-off. That's right. Bitcoin's gaining renewed attention as a hedge against financial instability after holding relatively steady during a record-breaking stock market downturn that saw $5 trillion white from the S&P. The S&P posted a $5 trillion loss of market cap over 2 days. My question is, where does all that money go into when people remove $5 trillion from the markets? And you know, people with a lot of cash are like laughing all the way to the bank right now. People like Warren Buffett that just are sitting on like hundreds of billions of dollars. So now they can buy everything dirt cheap, right? The largest drop on record, surpassing 3.3 trillion decline of the March 2020. That was after Novid during the initial wave of the pandemic, according to the April 5th report by Reuters. The record sell-off occurred after Trump announced his reciprocal import tariffs on April 2nd. The measures aim to shrink the country's estimated trade deficit to 1.2 trillion in goods and boost the domestic manufacturing. Now, here's the key difference. In 2020, Bitcoin crashed all the way down to like the $4,000 level. This time we held above where we're currently at in the 80s. Big significant difference from 4,000 to 80,000, just saying. But Bitcoin's dip after the tariff announcement was significantly smaller than traditional markets, proving Bitcoin's growing maturity as a global asset. That's right, Bitcoin has hit puberty. It's a beautiful thing. And according to the Marcin whomever, co-founder and chief operating officer of the Redstone blockchain, here's what they said. What we're potentially witnessing is an evolution in Bitcoin's market positioning. Historically, Bitcoin has been strongly correlated with risk assets during the macro shocks, but this divergence might signal an emerging perception shift amongst the investors. Bitcoin's fixed supply architecture inherently contrasts with the fiat currencies that may face the inflationary pressure under the tariff-driven economic changes. Here's the down low. Here's the deal. You can't put tariffs on Bitcoin. Haha. Take that, suckers. And while the stocks plunged, Bitcoin dipped just 3% over the same 2-day period and currently is maintaining above 80 G's, baby. And so you already know. Despite the $5 trillion sell-off of the traditional markets, Bitcoin shows its worth, staying above the 82 key support level, a sign that structural demand remains intact, even amid the forced selling and elevated volatility, which we all know is none more than life force, right, broskies? And despite the Bitcoin decoupling from traditional stocks, its initial plunge in price signals some investors will see Bitcoin as a risk asset, according to James Woe, the founder and CEO of venture capital firm DFG, quoting him here. With Bitcoin ETFs enabling the greater institutional exposure, it is now even more influenced by the macroeconomic trends. However, if Bitcoin remains resilient amid the ongoing uncertainty, its hard cap supply, 21 million finite limited supply, and decentralized nature could not only strengthen its digital gold narrative, but also position it as an even more reliable store of value. I dare say it's the ultimate hedge against inflation, against deflation, against corruption, and it is the ultimate store of value. It's also pristine collateral, it's also unconfiscatable, and it's also unfuckwittable. Take that. Now, despite the current lack of momentum, analysts are confident in the Bitcoin upside potential for the rest of the year. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, the growing money supply could push the pretty-low bitty price above 132 in play before the end of the year, according to the estimates from Jamie Couts, chief crypto analyst over at The Real Vision. I say that's mighty bearish. In my humble opinion, I'm calling for 222,000 bear scenario this year of 2025. Base case 420 for the broskies, and bull scenario 1.1 million. You got to flex when you say 1.1 milli, son. Palm Beach in the house. Mexico huddle, holding it down. I was happy to see the pretty little bitty now plummeted with the Dow Jones. This is the bottom reversal, says Guardians of the Gaia. Chandy is in the building. Shout out Chandy 10 Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel. If you don't know, now you know. Personally, I love Bitcoin at 83. It's another divine omen. 8 plus 3 is an 11. Call me Mr. 11. That's all blackjack when you mix it with the 10. Feel me? Weather has been brutal, says the Dusty Hunt. Who we talking about? Definitely up. Biddy up. Hose down. Welcome, everyone. VC, what I do? I'm going to check the X feed again, fam and lamb. Put your Bitcoin in a time safe and never sell. Put it in the time capsule. Actually, that was something we did. I remember when I was in elementary school, the concept was a time capsule, and you'd put something of relevance to you, like something that was important to you, like let's say like Nowadays, it'd be like a Pokemon card or something, whatever. I don't remember what I collected back then. Maybe an action figure for all I know, a Ninja Turtle, let's just say, or a G.I. Joe. You put it in the capsule, you bury it, and then I think 10 or 20 years later, you're supposed to unbury it and see your treasure in which you buried. The time capsule. We can do the same thing with our pretty little biddies. Stacking the biddy. They vomiting shizo. What does that even mean? Put your biddy. Keep it civil in the chat, please. The moderators have spoken. You've been warned.
Cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me.
No Diddy, no Jay-Z.
Stacking the biddy like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the biddy like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade.
And speaking of Chandy 10, thank you. Just reposted your latest comment quote on the stream. Again, all comments and quotes of the live stream gets reposted in real time. Already over 1,000 people on the stream. Lots more to share with you guys. So let's blow up the stream. Much appreciated.
Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold them, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
I've always been a rapper, honky cracker, but now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard. Hit 'em up faster than the Bitcoin panda. You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bruh? Let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTC like it's Satoshis. In El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies, raising up the biddy like Gohan. Living in a hollow house, we're not the pawns.
Nippinator says hi to the new puppy, Chandy. I believe the name is India. So shout out India, Paper, and all the biddy pups around the world tuned in right now. Let's go. Touch the grass, bruh. Is something about to happen or are we just chillaxing? What? Glad you're safe and dry. London represent. Shout out London in the building. That song name is Stackin' Sats. That's a Chandy exclusive. All the music we play are exclusive Chandy jams. Make sure you guys are subscribed to her channel, Chandy10 Music, and follow her on X. That's where you'll find all the exclusive music. And there's music videos that go alongside the songs, which I strongly encourage you guys to watch because they're off the chain, especially that video. Biddy83, welcome to the fam. But anyways, fam, let's continue with the news. Shout out J-Dub and the rest of the fam holding it down. Welcome everyone joining us. Nippinator, what's going on? It looked like Nip was going to strike the gong. He put his nose up against the gong striker, so let's strike the gong again for the broskies. There you have it. Nippinator's loving it. You going to do that again? You want a gong strike? Or you just want to be pet the entire stream? I'm working over here, Nip. Chairman's working hard too, apparently. But anyways, let's continue with the news. Next story of the day, Famalam. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Over 1,100 people now on the stream. For the lack of interesting articles, we're going to discuss Conor McGregor meme coin. Again, you can't make this shit up. Pretty common with popular celebrities, and he's the biggest name in mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts former champ Conor McGregor launches his own meme coin. That's right. I believe he tweeted it. We'll get into that here in a second. MMA former champ Conor McGregor launched a meme coin called Real today, which will reportedly feature staking rewards and voting rights for token hodlers. And speaking of McGregor,
it's red panty night when you sign to fight me, eh?
Back at your home with your wife. It's a celebration.
Back at home with your wife. It's a celebration.
Spokesperson for the project shared that the token was launched through a sealed bid auction to eliminate snipers and bots hijacking the token launch. Yeah, they all say that, and they all get hijacked by snipers every single time. And in collaboration with the Real World Gaming Decentralized Autonomous Organization, DAO, the auction will take place from April 5th to the 2nd. In a statement shared, McGregor touted the launch as a fair meme coin offering. This is what he wrote on X. This is not some celebrity-endorsed bullshit token. This is a real game changer that will change the crypto ecosystem as well as make real change in the world. The sealed bid auction is the new way of launching a token to prevent rug pulls and snipers. I'll believe it. when it happens, but
People are always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but guess fucking what? I back it up. I back it up.
he also says this is about transparency. We are showing the world how it is done with integrity. He tweeted here, I changed the fight game, I changed the whiskey game, and I changed the stout game. Now it's time to change the crypto game. Just remember this, you don't change Bitcoin. Bitcoin changes you. So again, I'm very skeptical with every single meme, especially celebrity memes, because these people know nothing about crypto. They're just trying to get rich. Not that he's not already rich, but you get the drift. The meme coin narrative peaked following the launch of the Trump meme coin. However, savvy traders continue hunting meme coins, keeping the market alive. So personally, I wouldn't touch that meme coin with a 10-foot pole, but that's just me. Maybe you guys are looking for your next meme coin come up. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Look at the rooster picture. Oh, that's right. The Oracle sent the pictures of the rooster. The Bitcoin rooster dragon. Nibinator, what's to be hands-on today? That's a cute dog. I never noticed he has a nice gray color on his sign. Yeah, he's a nice little mixture color. Definitely got some different colors in him. You don't change the Bitcoin changes the world. Precisely, that's what I'm saying. Bitty, pretty little bitty. Automatic intelligence rather than the artificial intelligence is Richard Howells. Welcome, Richard. If you're having fun, you know what you want to do? Smash the likes. Let's hack this algorithm. Friends don't let friends buy the shit coins. Exactly. Well, feel free to buy them. I honestly don't care. But obviously, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. If you're looking for a gamble, I mean, shit, plenty of memes. He has the Rooster Dragon strut. Roosters up. Yeah, that is the Rooster Dragon for sure. So I take it the Oracle sent you the pictures of the rooster as well. Awesome, awesome. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Happy Sat Stack and Saturday. Bitcoin making a little bitty correction, but it's all good in the hood. Meme coin equals a gamble. That's right. And investing in general is a gamble, but you can make more calculated risks. And obviously, the most risk-free investment is just hodling Bitcoin for the long haul. I don't look at that as gambling at all, though you may define it as gambling. It is what it is. I find holding fiat in the bank the biggest gamble due to the inflation. What do we call those folks that hoard the fiat at the banks? You already know. That's right. It's Satoshi's 50th birthday today, broskies, which we're going to be discussing as our next story, which is a good leeway. No meme coins, says Tammy. But anyways, let's continue with the news, I guess. Next story of the day, Satoshi turned 50 years old today after the infamous freeze frame here. You should be able to see on your screen, Satoshi Nakamoto turns 50 as Bitcoin becomes a U.S. reserve asset. That's right. Satoshi, the synonymous creator of the Bitty, marks their 50th birthday amid a year of rising institutional and geopolitical adoption of the Bitcoin. The identity of Nakamoto remains one of the biggest mysteries in crypto, with speculation ranging from cryptographers like Adam Back, Nick Szabo, to the broader theories involving government intelligence agencies. Some may even say it's the current chairman of the SEC, Nipinator. And while Nakamoto's identity remains anonymous, the Bitcoin creator is believed to have turned 50 on April 5th, based on details shared in the post. According to the archive data from the Peer-to-Peer Foundation profile, Nakamoto once claimed to be a 37-year-old man living in Japan and listed his birthday as April 5th of 1975. Here's the proof of work right here. Nakamoto's anonymity has played a vital role in maintaining the decentralized nature of the Bitty network, which has no central authority or leadership. Thank God for that. The Bitcoin wallet associated with Nakamoto, which holds over 1.1 million BTC, has laid dormant for more than 16 years, despite Bitcoin rising virtually from nothing to 109.3 back in January of this year. And there's the new Satoshi statue in Lugano, Switzerland, which is pretty lit because from the back, you can just see through it. Pretty cool. Nakamoto's 50th birthday comes nearly a month after the U.S. President Trump signed the executive order creating strategic Bitcoin reserve and the digital asset stockpile, marking the first major step towards integrating the Bitty into the U.S. financial system. And at 50, Nakamoto's legacy is no longer just code, it's a cornerstone of economic sovereignty, according to Andy Leon, author of the Intergovernmental Blockchain expert. Bitcoin's reserve status signals trust in its scarcity and resilience. Brilliance. And what's fascinating is the timing. 50 feels symbolic, half a century of life, mirrored by Bitcoin's journey from a white paper to $1 trillion asset, multi-trillion, well, currently 1.6, but we did hit 2 trillion. Nakamoto's vision of trustless peer-to-peer money has outgrown its cypherpunk roots, entering the halls of power. However, lingering questions about Nakamoto remain unanswered, including whether they still hold the keys to their wallet, which is a fortune now tied to U.S. policy. Do you think those funds will ever move, or do you think they will be stagnant forever, Laura? Let me know. And back in February, Arcam published findings that attribute 1.096 million BTC, which is virtually 1.1 million Bitcoin. That's an 11, baby. Then valued at more than 108 billion to Nakamoto. That would place him above Microsoft co-founder Billy Gates of the World Wealth Rankings, according to the data shared by Coinbase director Conor McGregor. As he shares here, a Satoshi mining pattern set of addresses were recently cataloged by Arcam. We have definitely linked these to Satoshi, but there is good evidence. In total, this research points to Satoshi owning 1.096 million bitty, 108 billion worth, making them wealthier on paper than the evil man himself, Billy Gates. And if accurate, this would make Nakamoto the world's 16th richest person. And despite the growing interest in Nakamoto's identity and holdings, his early decision to remain anonymous and inactive have helped preserve the Bitcoin decentralized ethos, a principle that continues to define crypto to this day. And the million-dollar question becomes, do you think his identity will ever be revealed, or do you think it'll be a mystery forever, Laura? And as you can see here, the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin, going only by the username Satoshi, set April 5th today as their birthday. No one knows why for sure, but the date may be symbolic. It is symbolic, and we'll be breaking why that is down here shortly, as it was in 1933, the 1933 Gold Seizure Act. And so we'll dive into that significance a little deeper next. And then, of course, our feature story, Bitcoin Policy Institute proposes a 2 trillion bit bonds to slash the U.S. debt, ultimately proposing the United States to purchase 2.2 million Bitcoin, which is virtually maybe 2.5% of the circulating supply. Is there any gold left? That's a great question. Does gold even exist at Fort Knox, or is it all gone? You guys let me know your thoughts. Are they ever going to audit the Fort Knox, or are they waiting to return all the gold in which has been missing for the past 50 years? You guys let me know your thoughts. Yeah, we haven't looked into Fort Knox. They talked about it. My understanding is the gold is not there, and they set the alarm that they're going to audit it, and now they're probably flying in all the gold reserves which were stolen, probably sitting at some evil mofo's underground facility like a Billy Gates or something like that, maybe his handlers, some lizard folk. You can use your imagination. Plug into the Discord, that's right. We got a Discord, for good Lord's Christ's sake. Knox for the biddy. Yeah, trade all the fool's gold, the poor man's Bitcoin, for the real thing, baby. Like the Coca-Cola commercial says, there's nothing like the real thing, baby. And there's the real thing, there's the fake thing. I prefer the real thing over the fake thing, especially considering the real thing they can't print more of, they can't find more of, because the fake thing they can continuously find more in the planet. All they have to do is spend more resources to dig more up. There could be an infinite gold supply for all I know. Those oceans are deep. There's no telling what's under there. Just saying. 17 Congress people have been referred to the DOJ for charges. Good. Get rid of the corruption. Drain the swamp, as they once said. Why not? Get rid of the goons. We don't need the Goonies. Hey, you guys. No more Goonies. Hey, everyone, I am late. I'm 30 minutes behind on the stream, says the Matman, related to Batman. Speaking of the Pi coin, I haven't been mining in for the last 4 years or so. I have about 3,200 Pi. Didn't cost me anything to mine. Well, congratulations, Batman. Tell Batman I said what up. You guys really talk about the lizard people? Really? Duh. Mind you, it's all locked up for the next 2 years, so who knows what the Pi will be worth in 2 years? Who knows? There's no telling. Ask Janet Yellen. But, yeah, man. 1,200 people on the stream. Let me check the X feed again, family. If you guys can comment, quote the stream, comment, quote each other's stuff, it's only going to help blow up the stream. For example, Chandy commented Julius's repost comment of To the Moon. So that way I can repost Chandy's comment of the quote of the repost and it can blow up the stream. Shout out Bring Facts, OG Bring Facts. Shout out Sergio, a lot of familiar names supporting the stream. So I appreciate that. Shout out to the Bit Muncher. What it do? Crypto Jams. Cheers, brother. David Barry says, so insecure. How can anyone believe these people? Until last few months, all the Bitcoin people touted it as out of government control. Now they want the government to buy and control it. Ends badly, says David Barry. Well, speak on behalf of your own self. I can give two fucks if any government buys or sells Bitcoin. It's irrelevant to me. But if they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it. I can't control who buys it or who don't buy it. You know what I mean? Because Bitcoin is neutral in the sense anyone, including our enemies, can purchase it up. So if we get to front run our enemies, so be it. I'll front run our enemies. BlackRock, I don't talk highly of them, but they're stacking sats like there ain't no tomorrow. What, 50 billion in volume through the ETFs? I got in many years prior, so I can give two shits. But, you know what I mean? I don't trust government. We'll leave it at that. But if they want to buy Bitcoin, let them buy Bitcoin and drive the prices up. I don't care. You know what I mean? So I don't know the comments. So insecure. That JV guy is so insecure. Whatever, guy. You know what I mean? Wishing you well. Yeah, it was like what dreams are made of. It was so inspiring to me to age 6, 7, partly formed the movie Being For Real. Goonies. You remember that movie? That's a classic. I've seen the Goonies so many times. I just remember that one scene. Hey, you guys. For my Goonie fans out there. The Goonies. And my dog, when I was a kid, his name was Gohan, and we used to call him Goonie. After the Goonies. Goonie Goohoons. Anyways, Rocky Road, eh? That's cool. You guys all recognize the Goonies. But hardcore Bitcoiner, there's a sign. That's hilarious, bro. The car's missing a door. Shout out Facts, brother. And JC. Happy Sat Stack and Stat. There's JC. 6 reposts. She's out competing you today there, Serge. Get with the program, brother. But appreciate that. Now she's up to 8. And I have a feeling it's just going to go higher and higher. I'm with JV. Even if Bitcoin goes to $2, I'm still rich. If it goes to 1 million, it goes to 1 million. Guess what? I'm still rich. I like the Pi coin. It has a low barrier of entry and anyone on a smartphone. Thank you, Mattman. Thank you, Oracle. I see a ton of reposts here. 12. A dozen. Can we get a baker's dozen? Much love. Nipinator, I don't know what he's doing. You digging? It's not dirt, though. You're not going to get anything out of it. He's giving me the weird, cute face, like, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. All right, Nipinator. Little Goonie Goohoon. All right, another sip of the Spindrift. Let's continue with the news. We have 1,300 people on the stream. I'm about to repost my own stream. Looks like we got up to 28 hearts, 19 reposts. I'm the 20th. Let's get a blackjack. Who wants to be number 21? Whoever is lucky number blackjack 21 will have good luck for this lifetime and the future lifetime when you come back. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who believe in reincarnation. So take advantage of it. I don't offer that often. They needed the lose in the woods that day. I needed to be grounded. We got both. No treasure. And then the great memory. Don't show empty Fort Knox before the trading the gold certificates for the biddy. The derivatives pump the gold price. Dump the biddy. The price for the best results. Dad, I'm getting my bed ready. I know, Nipinator. Now he's licking the gonads again, making me look bad, trying to embarrass me live on my own stream. Come on, chairman. That's what the chairman does. At least he's getting more done than Gary Gensler ever achieved. Is Nipsey showing the buy signal? Apparently so. There's the Nipinator indicator we've been so patiently awaiting for, broskies. Shout out to the Nip.
Going, let's video, hey, bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Heart on how strong, yeah, we built it this way, no one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin's dripping like a new Scottie Pippen 80 G's. We're royalty, biddy kings and queens, manifesting the kingdom that's finally come, playing chess moves. Checkmate, we won.
We're raising the roof in El Salvador. Freedom flows, IMF can't hold us no more.
Stacking BTC like Tate versus the BBC. Stacking a bitty like BTC OGs. Let's go. All right. I think I got everyone reposted. We should be golden. Thank you, Serge. I see all your reposts. Just caught up with everyone. Let's continue with the news. Smash the likes. There's a try stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We just got the Nippinator indicator. 1,300 people on the stream. Next story of the day. And shout out Samson Mao and Aqua Wallet. The thread here I'm going to read to you. On April 5th, 1933, the government tried to take everyone's gold. Today is the 92nd anniversary of this executive order, and here's why it matters. And you can see under the executive order of the president issued April 5th, 1933, all persons are required to deliver on or before May 1st, 1933, all gold coin, gold bullion, and gold certificates now owned by them to the Federal Reserve Bank, branch, or agency, or to any member bank of the Federal Reserve System. Criminal penalties for violation of the executive order, $10,000 fine, or 10 years imprisonment, or both, as provided in Section 9 of the order signed by the Secretary of the Treasury. So keep it in mind, they've done this before. What makes you believe they won't seize all the Bitcoin ETF? BTC, Max Kaiser believes they will. JV believes they will. Nippinator believes they will. And it doesn't mean they'll be doing it any day soon. But what if they continue to accumulate, let's hypothetically say, 5 to 10 million of the Bitcoin supply through the ETFs over the years? And then the president, it could be a future president, doesn't got to be Trump, could be whomever, signs the executive order. It could be Biden's son, Hunter Biden, for Christ's sake, if he was elected president, just for a hypothetical. And boom, executive order, Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, hand over all your Bitcoin. It's in the name of national security. If you don't hand it over, blah, blah, blah. Anything can happen. Never trust the government. And anyways, here's the thread. The 1933 gold confiscation is a crucial event for the U.S. monetary history and serves as a reminder of the risk in relying entirely on centralized systems. Let's dive into the episode and how it reinforces the importance of self-custody. And again, shout out to the Aqua Wallet and shout out Samson Mao. In 1933, during the Great Depression, President Franklin Roosevelt signed Executive Order 6102, which prohibited U.S. citizens from owning gold. Under this order, citizens were required to turn their gold to the Federal Reserve in exchange for dollars. Those who refused faced heavy fines or even imprisonment. This was done in the name of the economic recovery and to prevent the gold from leaving the system. The reasoning behind the measure was simple. With the country in deep economic crisis, the government wanted to ensure that the gold remained in circulation to help control the money supply. The 1933 gold confiscation is a clear example of how centralized systems like governments and banks can take drastic actions that directly impact individual rights and property. This raises an important question. How much trust should we place in these institutions? Personally, I say zero. The gold confiscation reinforced the importance of owning assets that you can hold directly. Back then, a lot of the paper gold was easy to seize because the actual bars were stored in the banks. When you don't physically hold your asset, you're trusting an intermediary. Facts. Bitcoin provides the solution. With its decentralization, it allows you to be your own bank. Self-custody is no longer an option. It's a necessity. The 1933 gold confiscation serves as a powerful reminder. Never underestimate the risk of submitting to centralized systems. The history of the gold confiscation teaches us that placing too much trust in authorities can come at a very high cost. Fun fact, today Satoshi would be turning 50, according to his peer-to-peer foundation registration. That date was also likely chosen on purpose as a symbolic reminder that Bitcoin, when held in self-custody, can never be seized. It is a subtle nod to personal sovereignty and to the core ethos of Bitcoin. And as we said, happy birthday, Satoshi. Satoshi, it's your birthday. And I agree. I think that's not a coincidence, but obviously the significance is the Gold Seizure Act of 1933, hence Satoshi choosing his birthday on April 5th. But you guys let me know your thoughts. And do you guys trust the government? Do you think now that we're in the year 2025, governments deserve our trust? Or are you still skeptical of the government? Let me know. Do you self-custody or do you keep it as a centralized exchange? Because, hey, the government would never do nothing bad to you. They're looking out for your best interests. If you wanted to pollinate my weed with bees, that could be the seeds instead of the buds. Nice. Be careful out there. Tornadoes in the area. Passive, interesting. I don't like the hive. I planted a variety of the flowers of the bees to pollinate in my garden. My fruit trees were full of the blooms. They're all about to die from the frostbite. Now that sucks. Don't trust, verify. Respect my authority. Exactly. I let the part of my yard go wild, so the wild bees have food. I also have a couple of wild domestic hives in my woods. Short coin would love to have some of your honey. Honey's so amazing. Then don't do it, says Passive. Don't do it, Captain. I dare you. I dare you. I double dog dare you to do it for the nip. But anyways, welcome everyone joining us. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day as we approach the top of the hour. Absolutely. And we'll be kayaking this upcoming week for sure. The water is roaring like the kitty. Bit too insane to touch it like that. Don't touch. Feel. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you'll miss all that heavenly glory. Speaking of Bruce Lee.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Nice cherry trees, baby. We have a river that runs behind our cabin, and I have floated my kayaks down probably 100 times. You can probably do it blindfolded, smoking a joint. Knowing facts.
Now you put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Be Bitcoin, my friend. Bitcoin can flow or crash. Be the pretty little bitty going up forever, Laura, my friend. Thank you, Serge. I see a ton of reposts, brother. Much appreciated. Happy birthday, Satoshi. Let's all wish Satoshi a happy birthday. This time only comes once a year. And of course, Serge and JC back to back. Good Lord. Still reposting y'all. Much appreciated. If everyone did the same thing as JC and Serge, we'd probably have 10,000 people on. But I'll take the 1,500 we have. Much appreciated. This is how we hack the algorithm. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin.
Stacking BTC like Tate versus the BBC. Stacking the biddy like BTC OGs. Stacking BTC on Lightning with no fees. Stacking BTC like Snoop Dogg rolls weed. Stacking BTC like Scarface with a nosebleed. Stacking BTC like Shinobi, nobody knows me. Stacking BTC like everyone owes me. Stacking BTC like Max and John McAfee. Stacking BTC, accumulating sats so rapidly, so happily. Stacking BTC so casually, no casualties of galaxies around Earth fallacies. Stacking BTC on a flat Earth with no gravity. Stacking BTC cause Bitcoin is your majesty.
Let's biddy up, babe.
Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Oh, how strong, yeah, we built it this way.
Know when to hold them? Yeah, we're holding, never folding. Larry Pedro from Dothan, Alabama with the country grammar. Thank you, Larry. My pears are the marble size. You mean you got marble-sized pears, eh? My plum trees were savaged by the angry buck. You damn angry bucks. Last rut season. She's unacceptable. Snow is melting fast in Idaho. Really high right now. My pear and plum trees have already bloomed. Nice. U.S. agencies to reveal Bitcoin holdings per Trump's directive. Is that going to happen at what time? My daughter pew-pewed him. Welcome everyone joining us. 1,500 people here on the stream. It's the top of the hour. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. And before we do, welcome everyone. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. A great time to be alive. Stacking the biddy. What it do, fam? What's popping? I'm going to strike the gong again. Welcome everyone. If you guys can comment and quote the stream, it's always much appreciated. And I promise I'm going to stick around for an additional hour just to kick it with the fam. We'll have a pretty lit Q&A session after we look at this freaking striker, bro. It's unacceptable. Look at that. What? Jay, mess them up. We have pawpaw trees. What are pawpaw trees? But it isn't pawpaw fruit time. I'm scratching my head. Is that a real fruit? A pawpaw? Pawpaw? I don't know of this fruit. 83 G's, baby. Precisely. And if you don't know, now you know, Laura. Yeah, what's a pawpaw fruit? I thought I was on my A game when it comes to the fruits and veggies. Apparently, I'm missing out. Thank you, JC. I see a ton of more reposts. You're the greatest. Make sure everyone here is following JC Ice. She's our OG moderator. She's been here for a very long time. and she's here virtually every day, and we greatly appreciate her service. Always reposting and also posting great content. Make sure you're following her on X, and this is her account, just so you know. You'll notice she has 2,500 followers. Wow, she's really blowing up too. I love it. Good content. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you're following Surge as well. Username Crypto Surge 1320, but it's not. Yeah, it is a 13. I was just making sure. You can find that there. I recommend you follow all of our moderators. Help support them as they help support us. We help support one another, and I greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, fam, I guess before I jump in, I see some more comments, like a wild orchid of big, tall pawpaw trees. Wow. And we have Cross starting the dogwood petals. I busted out my bitty titty at work last night after I DJ'd. I got a close-up MOP. I was wearing my Bitcoin sweater, and I was sweating too much, so I mopped topless. Whoa. And the ladies were going wild, I would assume. Pawpaws are yummy. They taste like a cross between a mango and a banana. Well, now I'm in. I need some of these pawpaws. I'm going to try to find them here. BOA Torre de Toros con like. What? Itty bitty titty. Yeah, for those who missed out, facts revealed for the first time in public known to me, the itty bitty titty at the 100K fiesta at the Sandbox here in Puerto Rico. We got that on film. Multiple camera angles. Itty bitty titty going up forever, Laura. So, but anyways, fam, after the infamous freeze frame, of course. Now for our feature story of the day, Bitcoin Policy Institute just proposed a $2 trillion bit bonds to slash the U.S. debt, proposing the United States to purchase 2.2 million BTC, which is a multi-billion-dollar purchase of $200 billion. So let's break this baby down. And again, welcome everyone just joining us. The Bitcoin Policy Institute has developed an innovative framework to minimize the U.S. national debt through the Bitcoin Enhanced Treasury Bonds. The plan recommends that the U.S. Treasury should issue $2 trillion worth of the bit bonds. Good Lord. The proposal aims to reduce federal debt and enable institutional and retail investors to access exposure to the pretty little bitty going up forever Laura. So here's the bit bond proposal. Pay attention. The proposed bit bond structure will redirect 90% of the proceeds to finance the federal budget. The plan devotes 10% of the proceeds to the bitty purchases for the strategic Bitcoin reserve without additional burden to the taxpayers. So I guess it would also be a neutral way to purchase Bitcoin, because they said they weren't going to do it with the taxpayers' dollars, budget neutral. This approach helps the U.S. government control the debt and create the long-term value to the Bitcoin price appreciation. It's going up forever, Laura. The proposed bond issuance delivers 1% annual interest rates, which are much lower than the current Treasury bonds. Investors who accept low returns would obtain access to the Bitcoin-linked profit when the bond matures. Investors will get 100% of the Bitcoin gains up to a fixed annual return, which was shared. I'm going to read it to you. Bitcoin Enhanced Treasury Bonds operate similarly to the conventional Treasury securities, but with an embedded Bitcoin component that transforms the risk-return profile. The U.S. Treasury would issue the Bitcoin bonds with a stated face amount and maturity, for instance, of 10 years. And unlike traditional bonds where the proceeds go to the general funding, a fixed portion of each bit bond is used immediately to purchase Bitcoin for the Treasury strategic bitty reserve. The remaining majority of the proceeds, 90%, still finances government operations in the usual way. And figure 3 shows building the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And as you can see, 200 billion, 10% of the 2 trillion, and they're looking to acquire 2.22 million BTC at an average Bitcoin price of 90,000. And obviously, the lower the bitty price, the more Bitcoin in which could be acquired. So under the structure of 2 trillion worth of the bit bonds were issued, roughly 20% of the 2025 refinancing needs, about 200 billion, would then be invested into the bitty, securing approximately 2.2 million of the bitty at a 90,000 hypothetical price for the National Reserve. This allocation balances strategic Bitcoin exposure with a conventional Treasury functionality. The Bitcoin Policy Institute proposes 2 trillion bit bonds to slash that U.S. debt, and it's roughly 37 trillion. Under the stable Bitcoin market, the Treasury would save up to 354 billion at the current market value. The potential of the Bitcoin value appreciation could reduce the substantial amount of the national debt by 2045. This framework provides avenues to decrease substantial debt without decreased taxation or reduction in the public expenditure. year. So virtually a 20-year play is currently 2025 to 2045. Let me know your thoughts on this. Now, tax exemption benefits. The BIT bonds framework proposes tax exemptions of bond interest and returns earned from the BITI value appreciation. This makes these bonds more attractive to drive the retail investor participation. The policy framework indicates that 132 million of the U.S. households could invest an average of $3,025 each. Institutional investors and foreign buyers are expected to purchase 80% of these bonds. The other 20% will be allocated to the U.S. household sector. The allocation mechanism ensures broad investor participation and supports large-scale institutions. The BIT bonds rollout consists of 3 defined phases. The first phase consists of a pilot operation to issue $5 billion to $10 billion in bonds. The second phase includes a legislative action and a full integration into the Treasury standard bond issuance schedule. Now, the government will purchase the Bitcoin through dollar cost averaging from different sources to reduce the potential price volatility. DCA all day, every day. The sailor put. Moreover, the proposal includes secure custody protocols, regulatory coordination to define the classification of the bonds under security and tax laws. The Bitcoin Enhanced Bond Initiative follows Executive Order 4201, issued by the Trumpster himself, our POTUS, on March, back in 2025, earlier in the year. Last month, to be more precise. The executive order classified Bitcoin as digital gold, creating the framework to expand the U.S. government's Bitcoin reserves. This proposal expands these reserves through the public bond sales without the additional taxes. Now, the projected U.S. Bitcoin reserve growth indicates it will achieve trillions of dollars in value by 2035, 10 years out. Under the most conservative predictions, the government-held portion could exceed the current U.S. gold reserves. Let's go. The BIT Bond Initiative positions the United States as the pioneer in the Bitcoin-based sovereign finance and financial stability. And if you don't know, now you know. What are your thoughts with the BIT bonds? $2 trillion to slash the U.S. debt. And again, the bigger numbers at play here, 10% of that $2 trillion would be a 200 billion Bitcoin purchase, giving us approximately 2.22 million BTC at approximately $90,000 per BITI. Let me know your thoughts on that. And I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Now I can breathe. Let me tell you something. Wild in Arkansas, it tastes like the mango banana custard. Sora Rocks is the prompting the image to something. Posted the few things on the CNA Discord an hour ago. Thank you for joining the Discord. I try to remember bringing my muck boots to Arkansas. Muck boots, eh? Almost need the wetsuit to hike in. Could you send me some of the seeds for the pawpaw? The people around here cleared them out and we don't have wild ones anymore. I need to get some of the muck boots. Isn't it so muddy in Montana? When he was going to get 2.2 million at the BITI, the supply is way down. Oh, where? I think it would be a long-term goal, obviously. I think they said 10, 20 years. So obviously they can't just purchase 2 million Bitcoin, which is not available in the market right now. I think we're at the lowest as far as Bitcoin reserves have ever been on the exchanges. I don't have the exact amount pulled up, but we may have less than 2 million available Bitcoin on the exchanges, and maybe they're going to have to pay a lot more. That's just a hypothetical scenario. You know what I mean? Especially dollar cost averaging over the course of 10 years, they're going to pay a lot more on average than 90,000 per Bitcoin, but that's just a hypothetical. The bonds compete against the sailor. Popeye the Sailor Man? No. Mikey the Sailor Man. Toot toot. Happy New Year, Satoshi. Out of my vitamin pantry the other day, and it's crazy how much vitamins I have, bro. I'm going to show you a little proof of work somewhere. Apparently, I take a lot of screenshots. Good Lord. All right, make it easier. JV's daily supplement intake. There's like 25 vitamins there, maybe more. And that's not all of them. That's most of them. So yeah, it's like I take vitamin A now, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, black seed oil, cilantro, zinc, K2D3, gamma E, activated charcoal, CMOS, magnesium liquid. I got the one you recommended, JC. Melatonin, BCAAs for working out. I mean, you can see all this stuff zoomed in here. Glycosamine, turmeric, fish oil. It just goes on and on. Right? It's literally like 10,000 vitamins there. Probably $10,000 worth of vitamins. I may be exaggerating just a little bit. But, yeah. Welcome to my world. I don't think I have the vitamin B. Is that something I need to? JV, nice. Take a lot of supplements. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm trying. Vitamin B because there's no second best. I have mutant weed that has cilantro-looking leaves. Cilantro-infused cannabis. Hemp oil, eh? I got to get more CBD. Not CBDCs. I've been taking the iron, feeling so much better with the energy. I have iron as well. That's one of the worst tasting ones, but I do have that one. I need to start taking that one again too. I need vitamin B. Good Lord. So I need vitamin A through Z because I think B is the only one I don't have. I recently got the vitamin A and the vitamin E specifically for the skin. You need zinc. I have zinc. I'm taking zinc. I prefer liquid vitamins under the tongue. When I wake up, I put all the vitamins in and I drink a lot of water. And I also take the apple cider vinegar. I didn't take a picture of that. Like, you know what I mean? JV, I hope you take 3 times deep earth crystal iodine. I'll have to look into that. What does the iodine do? Is that to do with protecting the thyroid? I'm not familiar with that one. I take organ meat supplements instead of straight iron. Oh, good to know. Organ meat supplements. I take it, they're high in iron, but better for you. Now, all I can think about is 4th of July, the Freedom Y, the one thing, but mainly it's the homegrown tomatoes. You always get them on the 4th of July. Really? It's like a unsaid rule. I didn't know that. My favorite tomatoes are the red vine tomatoes, which are like smaller, but they grow on a vine. They're a little darker. They taste better. You guys know what I'm talking about? Poe takes naps. All smart people take naps. They're incredible. Nippinator naps all day, except when he goes out. Just napping. I had a rough winter. Didn't really take care of what I planted down there last fall, but the tulips pushed through. I have the tulip. Oh, I did order 100% organic cotton sheets, which I'm looking forward to getting. I currently have 100% cotton sheets, but I ordered the organic cotton and I researched it. They say when the cotton grows, there's no pesticides or nothing like that in the cotton. It's better for the skin. Let me know if you guys use organic cotton. And moving forward, I'm staying away from polyester. I'm throwing out my polyester sheets, anything polyester. I mean, minus my jerseys, because they're too expensive to throw out. Like some of those jerseys, like a couple $100. But that's all polyester. It's an artificial material. Apparently, it's bad for you. It's chemical induced. Whereas cotton is a natural fiber, and it's better. It's more breathable, better for people like me with sensitive skin. So cotton moving forward, none more of this polyester bullshit. Hemp sheets sound good. Hemp sheets, silk. There's actually quite a few options. There's also Egyptian cotton, but it seems a lot thicker, even though the quality is really good. But it also supposed to be like organic. Bamboo sheets, I read that as well. I've never had bamboo sheets. I like the bamboo hemp wraps for the Blunskies. Almost everything is iodine deficient, helps to regulate the body temperature, breathing, heart health, and metabolism. Good to note. My son was sick and slept with us last night. And he did on us. I'm so restless. Oh, that sucks. Hemp sheets. Tomatoes from the gardens grown where you live. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little bit of some Chandy music videos. I get to pick. I'm the DJ. And like I said, I'm going to stick around to the top of the hour. So spread the word, repost the stream, comment the stream, quote the stream. 1,700 people here live and in the flesh. Let's motherfucking go. Paleo Valley Oregon Complex, JB. Look it up. Thank you, Oracle. Tomatoes, lemons, olives. I love the chat, by the way. I appreciate all the advice. Hemp toilet roll, eh? Oh, yeah, I heard the toilet paper is all tainted as well, unfortunately. Absorbs right up the rectum. We're being poisoned left and right, broskies. It's crazy. Once you're aware, you're aware. What are you going to do? Make sure you got the cotton underwear as well. Stay away from the polyester. I'm 100% cotton boxer briefs. Rocking the Ralph Lauren. Also, my socks are now 100% cotton. No more fucking polyester. I ain't playing no motherfucking games. Anyways, here we go. Un momento, por favor. Let's kick it off with the 80 G's, baby.
We are the players. 80 G's give us sexy little shivers. We are the makers and takers, but we orange pill, which makes us the givers. Paying it forward, 80 G's not too late. Don't ignore us, 80 G's, take the life-saving bait. 80 G's filling our cup, we're dragons that slay. BTC up, and here we are at 80K. We slid our way to 80K. Ding ding, I love the rise and the dying and the bitty pretty Bitcoin. November 2024, the highest Bitcoin price action ever rolled since the inception of the Genesis block. Pushing the way to 80K, no roadblocks. Hodlers are not surprised, not shocked, but bang 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 like a B-52. We built a bitty stacked revolutionary love shot. Bang bang on the door, baby, Bitcoin's here, we're bitty stacked. Welcome to the 80s and the 80 G's, 80 business. Don't be a punk while we BTC rock in the 80s. 80 G's, that is. We're a mix of aces and perfect tens. We're blackjacks, we don't bend. We hodl winning hands to the end, like Wyatt Earp, Eastwood, and Doc Holliday. We're outlaws holding our biddies close to our chest. By BTC, just try it, make our day. We're Bitcoin jocks from the wild, wild west. Know when to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding. Bitcoins are ripping like a new Scottie Pippen. 80 G's, we're royalty, bitty kings and queens. Our kingdom has come, we've been manifesting. We're raising up the bitty like Gohan. We live in a hodl house, we play chess and we're not the pawn. We're raising the roof now. Big bad wolf who? Oh no, he's gone, cause he was a pawn. Sorry, I'm behind. We're built tougher than bricks, ready and coming at 'em. We're strategic and steady, no rush, 5th level ready. 80 G's on our way to 1 mil. The name of the game is hodl, take an orange pill. Like a squirrel, we hodl, we store. Peanut, you got a twisted deal, we're gonna hodl more in memory of you. Nipsey will too. 80 G's is exciting now, but a future memory. It's a USA saving, T-pump moment in Bitcoin history. Bitcoin is going up forever, that's no mystery. This roller coaster ride is not for the weak, but it is exhilarating, built for prosperity, not misery. Bitcoin price discovery is in play. Higher numbers are on the way. Just do your best, it is not too late. You will be blessed, have a little faith. Leave the rest to Satoshi and God. Think of Moses and the rod. Think of Satoshi and free and Ross. Bitcoin doesn't have to be a future loss. Bitcoin doesn't have to be a future loss.
You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Study up, pray and think. Don't miss your lifeboat. Take an orange pill, this isn't Play-Doh. Use your God-given free will. Biddy up, make a dough.
Price discovery is more than a name.
It's a rare phenomenon.
Bitcoin is a patient man's game.
Beyond dream on your yesterday's way. Bring me a bitty glow.
But bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty stats, revolutionary love shot. Bang, bang, on the door, baby, Bitcoin's here, we're bitty stacked. Welcome to the 80s and the 80 G's, baby business. Don't be a punk while we BTC rock in the 80s. 80 G's, that is.
80 G's, baby. Happy birthday, Satoshi. 50-year anniversary. Let's freaking go. Next music video. This is going to take us back to the Sandbox, Puerto Rico, 100K. Fiesta style, baby.
Vibing in the tropics, the air's so sweet. Swaying to the rhythm with the Bitcoin beat. JV's on the court, he's calling the plays. Me and Serge ballin', winning all day. Starlit sky, strawberry moon, dancing to the whispers of a bitty tune. Thirsty under a Puerto Rican hunger moon.
Libra scales tip to Aquarius charm. It's Bitcoin astrology, we're disarmed. Manifesting lasting connections on this golden shore, this legendary perfection. So good we're craving more.
Give me more.
Coconuts crack, the fire pit's dragging. Flame lit, Spinderella spins and the fam's feeling.
Hot dealers unite, Puerto Rican delight. This is our night, keeping it tight.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time.
It's the number 11, won't you come with me to the party, I mean.
No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
you can't deny.
From Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy,
sexy vacation.
sexcation.
It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Puerto Rico, Bitcoin doing.
This feels right, no ditty. It feels tight, so drippy. I wanna hear you cry out my name. I wanna make you feel the bang bang.
Ding dong on my door. Watch how I answer, I wanna soar.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time. No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
you can't deny.
From Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy,
this sexy vacation.
sexcation.
It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Tell me more, boss man. My bitty king turns me on. Bitcoin. We're rebels, we're dreamers, we're the Bitcoin tribe. Living for the moment, I'm riding the rocket, living the bitty vibe. Bitty chemistry, bitty up, no diddy, get it up. Getting wet with our Bitcoin. Doing, we're going coin.
Bam-ba-lam, bitty fam.
Yeah. 100K Bitcoin Fiesta Jammy Jam Throwback Chanty Jam. One of my favorite songs, hands down. The wormhole, the time portal through the sandbox. 100K Fiesta. It's crazy that we're at 83 today and we were celebrating 100,000 back in February and January. Welcome to Bitcoin. Getting wet with our Bitcoin. Doing. Love that track. I'm happy the Bitcoin uncoupled with the market, at least temporarily. Precisely. It's a good sign. We got Batman in the Discord. Let's go. We're rebels. We're dreamers. We're the Bitcoin tribe. Exactly. Apparently Americans in the 80s called that synth pop band Yazoo. Yaz. So when Yaz came out, it would have been very confusing for them. Wow, I never even heard of that genre. Is it similar to jazz? Yes. You learn something new every day. Portal to the sandbox. Exactly. Portal to the sandbox. I saw a document on the 80s synth pop. Oh, okay. Synth pop. Haven't heard that term. But yeah, welcome everyone joining us. We now have over 1,800 on our try stream. I'm going to hang out for another half hour. Feel free to get your comments read out loud. Just note the commenting stream obviously is coming from the YouTube transmission. So if you guys want to interact in the chat, I encourage you to join us on the tube, cryptonewsalerts.net. But obviously, we're also streaming live on X and Rumble. We're dreamers. We're the Biddy tribe. And it's the Blackjack Jam. I bought a boom, I bought a Bitcoin. I got 99 problems and Muhammad ain't one. Hit me. And shit, I forgot to put the Muhammad track on again. So you know what we can do? I'm going to play the original 99 problems and we'll lead into the Muhammad remix for tomorrow. So let's play a little bit of the 99 problems.
Listen up. Baby going up, I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. If you're having fiat problems.
Shout out Ray Sparhawk. I appreciate you subbing to No One Day the Bitcoin Pod. And again, happy Sat Stack and Saturday.
I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. 99 problems, Biddy ain't one. I got my ledger locked, key secure in my hand. No banks, no borders, I don't need their scams. Fiat's crashing, people losing their stacks while I'm stacking sats, dodging inflation attacks. You see they print and they print, but it's all just fake. While Bitcoin's hard cap is the move I make. 21 million coins can't counterfeit that. Immutable, decentralized, now how about that? They say the market's volatile, it's risky no doubt, but I'm holding through the dips cause I know what it's about. Fiat's losing value, every year it's a ton. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. 99 problems, Biddy ain't one. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. Hold all tight, watch the bull run. Freedom in my wallet, yeah, the future's begun. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. Doing. The year's heating up, it's the dragon's rise. Bitcoin breaking records, hitting new all-time highs. Every 4 years, the cycle runs true.
Welcome, Data Biter. How you been, brother?
The halving cause the supply demand pushes through. Fiat lovers crying, it's a bubble again. While the hopeless know, it's the win of all wins. It's peer-to-peer money, no control from above. A revolution of wealth built on code we trust. Banks losing power, governments too. Bitcoin's for the people, the many not the few. So while they chase a dollar, I'm stacking a ton. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. I got 99
Shout out to Dankness. He helped co-write this one.
Problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. 99 problems, Biddy ain't one. Hold all tight, watch the bull run. Freedom in my wallet, yeah, the future's begun. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. If you're stuck in fiat, here's some advice. Ditch the paper cash and join digital life. Don't trust, verify, be your own bank. Leave the centralized system, give Bitcoin your thanks. They tax it, they ban it, but they'll never succeed. Bitcoin's freedom money, it's all that you need. From El Salvador to the blockchain's core. This is money for the people, not the endless war. I'm stacking every dip, every bull, every bear. Cause when it's all said and done, Bitcoin's always there. Fiat keeps on failing, its time is done. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. If you're having fiat problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. Huddle tight, watch the bull run. Freedom in my wallet, yeah, the future's begun.
The Oracle says apparently the protesters against Trump and Elon in D.C. and other cities are being bussed in and paid. They can't be any more infantile. Crazy, right?
I got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one. But Biddy already won. 99 problems, Bitcoin ain't one. Come on now, you already know. Bitcoin already won. Doing. Biddy ain't one.
So that's the 99 problems. Biddy ain't one. And tomorrow we're going to play the Muhammad remix. So you understand this was the original. Chat moving fast. Guys, it's free to smash the likes. It is. Hey now. Vibing in the tropics.
Oh baby, doesn't it feel like heaven right now? Doesn't it feel like a 100k dream? Yeah, I never felt power quite like this. I'm stacking sats cause it's gonna pump forever. Just believe, baby, we know better than to sell Bitcoin is gonna win. Honey, thank you for orange pilling me for this. I said yeah, Bitcoin 100k.
100k, where are you at? The new baby mama Elon has on his hands, though. Whoa, she is something. I mean, raise the amazing God-gifted baby. Take your millions and stop selling Teslas because you are so poor and sad, dumb. I'm listening to the Soul to Soul Back to Life while this is on. She was paid to make the statements. I saw that. I think she was a stripper too.
You take it on faith, you stack it in your heart. The waiting for 100K is the hardest part.
What lady? I mean, granted, the world's richest man, so I care to say, I mean, I dare say there's probably plenty of women who don't care how many wives or baby mamas or children because he is so rich and they just want a piece of his wealth. But ladies, is it really that desirable to be with Elon for his looks? I don't think so. I mean, you guys saw his body when he was on that yacht, right? Is the weirdest form human I've ever seen. And number two, they're starting to implant people with the, what is it called? They're seeking the volunteers for the AI implant for the brain. I mean, I don't know how stupid people are, but I mean, I don't really have more comments to say. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Hardest Part? Yeah, this is a classic. I dig this one. Is that what she said to Elon Chandy? When number 10, mission banned from my local town, Soul to Soul. Yeah, he was okay with making the baby because he likes to make babies. He can afford it. Should have DNA on the looks. Hell no, JB. I mean, choose it. And remember, he balded at like, I don't know. He looked like he was in his young 20s when he did the PayPal deal. He had no hair. So it's all fake hair or implants. Keep that in mind too, ladies. I mean, but why would a girl have a desire to be with a man who had hypothetically 15 baby mamas? Money. And that's the sad part. Some people do anything for money, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I might have chased a couple dollars around. All it ever got me was wrecked and down. Then I found Bitcoin and it made me feel good, but never as good as I feel right now. Satoshi, you're the only one that's ever known how to make me want to live like I'm freedom high net. Waiting for 100K is the hardest part. Every dip I buy more and
Diana, don't stop fogging Elon. He's my boyfriend.
do my part. Just take it on faith.
Yeah, this song is fire, Chandy.
You take it.
Is this on the 4-hour playlist? I don't recall it. Maybe for some reason it's not, or maybe it is. But for some reason, I think you're right. We don't usually hear this one.
In your heart, the waiting
money, JV, that's the only reason. Yeah, I understand that. Clearly. That's the thing. If you achieve enough success, your options are virtually unlimited. There's unlimited amount of women who will sleep with Elon any day of the week just because it's Elon and they're looking for a come up. That's life. Broskies. Once you have the Bitcoin, the doing.
for 100K is the hardest part.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chandy. This one must not be on there, so we have to add this one.
Oh, don't let them shake you, baby. Don't let them food you out. Don't let them fake you,
This is a good duet, Chandy and JV.
baby. Don't let them twist her out. I'll be your orange pill. I'll be your laser eyes. Don't let this go too far. Don't let them feed you lies.
Yep, Oracle confirmed. It's not on the pump watch. We'll have to add it. Waiting for 100K. I take it's the name, right, Chandy? We had the freezer in Sydney. Money makes the world go round and the panties go down. Facts.
Waiting for 100K is the hardest part.
So true, too, because I got in Bitcoin in 2017, and it took till when we hit 100K, November of 2024 or something. So it took, holy shit, 7 years. That was the hard part. Now watch how fast we hit a milli. Just saying.
Every dip I buy more and do my part. You take it on faith, you stack it in your heart.
Biddies, cities, titties. The word of our first collab on purpose. You wrapped it in the pod, but I left that out just because releasing the song to the world not because I'm a Karen. Yeah, I do remember that. It was like, first you get the biddies, then you run the cities. It's biddies over titties. The biddies, the king, no diddy. I think those were my initial lyrics, and you switched it up a bit, but we kept it fam friendly. So it's all good. Nipinator, he really wants my attention today, this little pup. What's up, Nipinator? Waiting for 100K. That's the hardest part. Do you think women are flocking all over Sailor? Yeah, I'm confident Sailor probably can have literally any woman in the world. Hilarious, Nipsinator. Bitcoin isn't a mistress. It's love partner for life. High-res phone cameras ruined the dance floor. It made everyone self-conscious. Dancing used to be a form of rebellion throughout the ages, and they've almost crushed it. Nipinator, loving and protective. He has JV and little 1.6s for sure. Listening to Shandy at 1.5. The speed is something else. Loving thy Nipinator. Bless you, Nipinator. May the force be with you.
100K is the hardest part. 100K waiting is the hardest part. So worth waiting for.
And then we have to reverse that statement. And I take it a woman with unlimited wealth can have any man on the planet. Figuratively speaking here, obviously. There's exceptions to every rule, but you see the point. So ladies, if you want to attract the man of your dreams, stack thy biddy and hodl for at least 10 years. And your options will be like Pandora's box. I like weird, says Adam. Nipsey's too damn cute. The force is strong in that little one. He's basically, I was going to compare him to Master Yoda, but then I realized Master Yoda is based off of a demonic creature in real life. So I'm like, shit, we're not comparing Nipinator to Yoda. Gold diggers. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. We want prenup. Yeah, it's something that you need to have, because when she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half.
I love it when you pop it like that. Come on, pump. Stacking here alone, I'm looking back on where I've roamed and laughing how I won while watching fiat burn and learn. Save my family, save my heart. I devoted my fingers to the biddy bind, wearing down the charts, and no stone on earth mattered like I needed Bitcoin, and I was having a good time. Roll on, roller coaster. We're one day older and one step closer. Roll on, there's blocks to mine. Roll on, we're on Satoshi's time. Roll on, roller coaster.
New post from Max, I'll read it to you. China, Russia have a card up their sleeve to fight the U.S. tariffs, gold-backed stable coins that start a run out of the U.S. bank and the U.S. dollars.
Roll on tonight, yeah, money, yeah, perfect money. Perfection, going against the fiat direction. I wanted this, and now it's here. I got no complex, I'm crystal clear, and I swear that time's a trick. It disappears and oh so quick. Man, I was just a zero coiner. Now I'm at the rocket station, whole coin holding, so stimulating, but I'm having a good time. Blast off. Roll on, roller coaster. We're one day older and one step closer. Roll on, there's blocks to mine. Roll on, we're on Satoshi's time.
Max has another post 30 minutes ago regarding Jim Cramer, everyone's favorite financial manager. Jim's loss is Bitcoin's gain. A 1987 style mega crash will push Bitcoin to 220,000 this month as trillions in wealth seek the ultimate safe haven. So High Priest just projected 220,000 target for the month of April. That's worthy of a repost. Shout out to the High Priest himself. I love it. Send it, Kramer. This freaking guy, Kramer. JV, play I Got a Feeling. I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a Bitcoin pump night. Is that the one? I got a feeling. Is that different from Pump in the Air tonight? Like, is that this one, or am I confusing it with a different one? Oh, so that's not the one. I got a feeling. Let me see what I got here. I'm going to read you what I have. We have this one, 21 million.
Said it was crazy, a digital dream.
What else we got here as far as throwbacks? Pump it up. We got the Trump speech. We got 80s. We got Bitcoin Strawberry Moon. We got El Salvador. Oh, I found it. I got a Bitcoin feeling. Bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a pump night. It's gonna be a pump night. It's gonna be a Bitcoin pump night. Tonight's the night. Let's pump it up. Got my biddies. Let's pump it up. Feels that you know, just stack them like on my Satoshi. Stay on that sofa. Let's pump. Watch you. I know that will raise the bar. We'll manifest and pump the biddy up.
I like that part. Raise it up like, oh my Satoshi.
Rocket to the stars, ain't no doubt I wanna pump, let's go, let's go way up, spaced out to the moon, but no control. A biddy up, don't biddy, don't fill up my cup, mazel tov, look out.
Mazel tov. All my Jewish brethren out there.
Rising, just taking off, let's paint our future with a green candle glow, let's hit a new all-time Bitcoin high, and then we'll do it again. Let's do it, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's pump it up. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be.
So 220 in play as per Max Kaiser for the month of April, broskies. Game on.
A pump night's gonna be. A pump night's gonna be. A Bitcoin pump night. Hey, let's hit 90 G's. Pump it up. Got my biddy.
I like that. Let's hit 90 G's, baby.
Let's raise the bid, let's raise it up. Laying up and smashing records like oh my Satoshi, my Satoshi. Stay on that sofa, let's pump it up. I feel up my cup stacked. Mazel tov, free 'em. Look at it pumping. Raise it, it's taking off.
1 million cycle peak, projection Oracle. My bull scenario is 1.1. Max is calling for 2.2 million.
I feel let's paint our story. Green candle glow, raise it up. Let's raise the roof, and we'll do it again. Let's do it, let's do it, let's pump it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Bitcoin pumping, and do it, and do it, and do it, and pump it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, here we go, we gonna rock it up. Bull run, easy dope, now we're on top.
JC calling for 225 as her bear scenario, pretty much in alignment with me and Fax at 222. 1.1, why not 2.2? Max, let's go. Send it.
Feel the charts, biddies rock, rocket never stopping. Pump and pump, up and up, around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Get with us, you know what we say. Pumping every day, pumping every day.
And again, welcome those joining us. We're close to 2,000 on the stream. We're kicking it. This is a Q&A segment. Welcome.
I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a pump night. It's gonna be a pump night. It's gonna be a Bitcoin pump night.
JV, about a boom. Bags of biddy, we gotta play. It always pumps the biddy. Shout out sweet Biddy McGee. So which track you referring to? Bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin. We'll play that one next. Hey, at least you're honest, Chris. Those that don't want Bitcoin to pump don't have enough coins yet. I completely understand.
It's gonna be a Bitcoin pump night.
Those who feel like they have enough coins, they're just praying, please pump pretty little bitty.
I feel
you can never have enough. I know, ask Michael Saylor, when will you have enough? He'll look at you like he looked at Scottie Pippen. Something like that. All right, we'll play Bada Boom, I Bought a Bitcoin, Fairy Tale.
Bada boom, bada bang, bada boom, bada Bitcoin, bada boom, breaking banks, bada boom.
Breaking banks. Take that, bankster.
Boom, we go.
Laser eyes locked, the biddy is Fiat's eclipse.
I know. How many Bitcoin do you think Sailor's going to have at like age 80? It's like, how much Bitcoin is that guy going to have? Crazy.
Bada boom, bada bang. We're lunar high on a rocket ship. No keys, no crown. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. Wow. It's a beautiful day in the Bitcoin.
The first time you've seen my eyes. Yeah, I streamed for like 6 years with no glasses. And it wasn't until this year I started rocking the glasses because it definitely helps me avoid migraines from looking at my computer screen for prolonged periods of time. It also helps me, be able to see fully without squinting my eyes because there's a huge window in front of me that allows me to get the natural lighting in the stream. But sometimes it's a sunny day and it really disturbs my eyes and I got to squint. So it's just a lot safer. I do have like the lenses, they're prescription as well, so I can see better, but they're not like black. So you can still like see through the lens. You can still see my eyes, but not like, obviously, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. First time seeing my eyes, eh?
Good. Paper hands, panic, huddle, gangsters fist. The biddy keeps rising as a superstar should. Loyal to the biddy, we already knew it would. They print and
personally, I don't care if it pumps. I've seen it go extreme in the both directions. It's going up forever. Yeah, that's the bigger picture. Long-term trajectory is up forever. Infinite bull run. Short-term volatility, so be it. Shake out the weak hands. More sats for the OGs.
pretend, but we code and define.
Yeah, I don't fuck with artificial lighting. So you notice I usually end the stream right before it gets dark. I like natural lighting. I hate artificial lighting.
Cold storage lock, never trust, never bend. Fiat's the Titanic, watch the central banks capsize.
A doing to doing. Wow, y'all Lizzie folk always gonna yell when you defeat their system and buy the bitty bada oopsie too late. Shout out Bukele. Shout out to the Philosopher King. Flexing on him.
Ledger don't lie, every block crystallized.
Uncorruptible, unchangeable, unbreakable.
I'd love to do a show blindfolded like Daniel's son from The Karate Kid. I just rock a blindfold. Maybe I'll put on my Jordan, whatever the hell they're called. And yeah, and I'll just channel Satoshi for the entire show, and I won't actually have to read anything. Let me know your thoughts on that one.
Block by block, this train can't be tamed. It's decentralized power.
But I'm going to have to channel your comments, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to read them.
Lit with a dragon's flame.
Same here. I don't like artificial. I like the real deal. Anything God created, I like it. Anything humans create, not a fan of. But that's why I love Bitcoin. It was created by God. Satoshi.
Prophecy of Satoshi, BTC can't be contained. No more playing Monopoly, decentralized, we reign.
And of course, we added all the new songs to the updated playlist. The only ones I forgot to add was Blackjack one, and the one we played earlier, we'll have to dig up and put it on the playlist.
We reign. Bada boom, bada bang, bada boom, bada Bitcoin, bada boom.
When I was in kindergarten, first grade-ish, I had a big crush on the kid in The Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso. That's awesome. It's funny, I was explaining at dinner time last night that Dave is called Lettuce Hands. And they're like, why? Do you see how the water falls off the lettuce? That's what happens with Dave Portnoy. That's funny. And did you see he made a video after Trump's tariff speech, how he was down? He's like, I'm down 7 million in the stock market. Damn tariffs. Yeah, stocks took a big hit. I bought a boom, I bought a Bitcoin. Read the last comment. Let me see what I missed. Let me scroll up a bit. I bought a boom, I bought a Bitcoin. All right, what I miss? The young man I orange pilled a few weeks ago has one. Wow. That's amazing to acquire 1 Bitcoin so fast. That means he had a pretty substantial net worth. That's awesome to be a whole coiner so quickly, especially at these prices, right? I mean, it wasn't so difficult back in 2017. It was like a couple of grand, but yeah, at 80,000 a coin, that's fantastic for anyone. So well done.
Boom, breaking banks, bada boom, we go. Laser eyes locked, the bittiest fiat's eclipse.
See Bitcoin at 83 because we bought a boom, bought a Bitcoin. There you go.
Bada boom, bada bang, no keys, no crown, we're Luna high on a rocket ship.
And we have Chandy's direct link in the chat. Make sure you guys are subscribed.
Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. Wow. Huddle tight, hold 'em tight. Never gonna sell 21 forever. It's a blackjack fairy tale.
Yeah, Chandy has done quite well as well. I think it's been roughly a year, maybe a little over a year since she found the live stream. And naturally, she has achieved fantastic results. I dare say maybe the most bullish in the sense of what she's been able to accomplish in such a short period of time, especially at a time, 2024, 2025, where it's substantially more difficult to stack Bitcoin at these prices, versus 5 years ago. I mean, it's crazy. So congratulations. Well done.
No inflation, no debasing. Lizard folk gonna yell, raising hell, cause bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin.
Very persuasive tribe. I can tell the story one day in better detail, but I thank you all, JV, for having Bitcoin. Wasn't hard back in 2015 either. I know, at $400 a coin. Crazy, right? $400 a coin? $400? Jeez Louise. Is this Cinco de Mayo today? Shit. Wow. I'd completely forgot. That's a big Mexican holiday. I don't think they celebrate it here in Puerto Rico. I predict 111. Send it, sweet bitty.
Huddle tight, hold 'em tight. Never gonna sell 21 forever. It's a blackjack fairy tale. No inflation, no debates, and Lizzie folk gonna yell, raising hell. Cause bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin. Fairy tales.
A bada boom. I love that song, by the way. One of my favorite catchphrases is bada boom, bada bing. So that one's just super nice. For our B-Day surge, it'll be 200 G's. 200 G's. No more Miggy D's. I can't find where my church accepts Bitcoin as donations. I tried yesterday. I sent them a message. Maybe they'll get orange pilled. Oh, I guarantee you, if you go meet at someone at your church and say, I want to donate some funds, and you tell them you want it to be in Bitcoin, they'll figure out how to get a Bitcoin wallet fast, because no one's going to turn down a donation. no, JV, Cinco de Mayo was silly code talk. I'm just messing around. Because isn't Cinco 5? Oh, is that May? Is it May 5th? Cinco de Mayo? It's April. You tricked me. April Fool, sucker. Aw, man. Cinco de Mayo celebrate everywhere. Never miss a chance. But is that, no, for real though, is it today or is that next month on the 5th? Oh, May. It is next month. Okay. Yeah, because typically there's like big sporting events, and boxing obviously is huge in Mexico. Mexico.
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, criminals.
One of my favorite classics right there. Easter's coming soon on 4/20. Is it? Is it Easter month already? Is it literally on 4/20? Are you fucking with me, Shortcoin? Don't play with me. Oh man, I'm big into the online stuff, like church and all, and I should go in person. I'm sure you can send them an email. They'll figure it out. Get baptized. May is Mayo. Yeah, I figured it out a little late. I'm like, Cinco de Mayo, Cinco 5, Mayo, May. 4/20 Easter, baby. Jamie Demon. Drug traffickers. Anti-money laundering. Tax avoidance. Criminals. Drug traffickers. You might as well embrace what they're calling us, right? Anti-money laundering. Tax avoidance. JV, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I do recall like a Snoop Dogg meme a couple of years ago, 4/20, and like it was just all weed instead of like the Easter basket. So that does make sense. I know it's around that time, and they already have all the Easter shit at the grocery store. But anyways, fam, close to 2,100 people on the stream. That's a blackjack, baby. And guess what? It's the top of the hour. So until next time, I'll be back tomorrow, same bit time, same bit channel, 4 p.m. We'll be back on a Sunday. Typically, Sunday is our biggest show, I think, because there's less competition on Sundays. Most people are like sleeping or going to church. Meanwhile, I bring the church to the CNA fam, preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. JV, Christmas is in July. Snap, I knew it. Shout out to all those who are against not being for the money laundering. Abso-friggin-lutely. Yeah, the biggest money launderers are the central banks. I mean, convince me otherwise. But with that being shared, family, I appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Make it a fantastical day, and thank you guys for all the support. It's always appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. And with that being shared, JV out. Deuces.
No plan B needed, I have the biddy. Bitcoin is my plan A, B, C, D, and E. There is no other plan for me. I am with the bit rip through the dips, biddy. Bitcoin, it's my plan A, B, C, D, and E. I'm team BTC.